is part 1 of 3 of my series on emotional eating and cravings. So this series is for you if you find yourself wanting to eat out of nowhere, maybe after a busy day, when you're not even really physically hungry, or maybe wanting to eat late at night. Maybe you find yourself craving certain types of foods out of nowhere, or maybe you fall into the category where you start eating your favorite snack and you just feel like you can't stop. So, all of these food behaviors where we feel like they're coming from a place of fear and of stress in which we don't have control. So, I am here today to tell you that you're okay and that these situations can be transformed into moments of peace and healing for yourself. So one point I want to make before I get going with the first tip is that there's this interesting situation we're in where, as a society, there's an abundance of food and resources and knowledge about nutrition. Yet at the same time, we are literally starving. We are hungry. We have these deep, insatiable cravings and needs, and so many of us are turning to food. And I want you to know that turning to food is not wrong or bad, and there is nothing wrong with you. It's how you are taking care of yourself right now. It is a great solution. It's you trying to meet your own needs. However, it ends that whole situation leaves us feeling kind of shamed and guilty and out of control and around our eating. So I am going to give you 3 tools and tips to transform these moments and move through them with grace. It's possible, I promise. So that you can really feel more freedom, more peace, and most importantly, so that you can take better care of yourself and in your life. So the first tip that I have for you is to shift your perspective around your eating behavior. So I want you to put on a new set of glasses and see your behaviors in a new way. A Course in Miracles, which is a spiritual self-study program, talks a lot about the term and the act of willingness. So I want you to sit with and work with the idea of being willing to see your eating, see your food and nutrition and behaviors around food differently. So you don't have to know the who, the what, the where, and the why. It just begins with you from a deep place inside of yourself saying, I'm willing to see this differently, and I'm willing to be with myself and be with food differently. So all I'm asking you to do is shift your perspective and be open to the possibility of a shift, of letting go of this behavior, of seeing it differently, of trying the tools I suggest in the next 2 videos. So that's all for the first tip. I want you to sit with that for the next week and see what comes up for you, being open to the possibility of shifting this behavior together. And next week, we will move on to tip number 2. All right, I'll see you soon.